Hello, this is Sanjay Gupta from SNS System. SNS System is a software service providing company. They have been in the market since last 10 years and they have expertise and specialization in web technology, web application, e-commerce solutions, and cooperative society software. In this video, I'm going to explain one of the main module, main theme of any banking or cooperative society system, that is accounting. Accounting is one of the most vital part of any banking or cooperative society system software. How SNS system developed this accounting module, what is main fundamental or main basis for developing this accounting. I'm going to explain in this video. SNS system accounting is based on general ledger. It is based on general ledger and there are four types of general ledger. We call it GL in short. There are four types of general ledger: liability, assets, expense, and income. Whatever transaction or entry comes into the cooperative society, that will be one of the types out of four: liability, assets, expense, income. So this whole accounting module is based on GL, general ledger, and double transaction based. What it means of double transaction? Double transaction means if there is any transaction or any entry in the accounting of credit, then there will be one corresponding debit in the system. If in one ledger there is a transaction of credit, then there must be one of the debit in any of other general ledger. Like that, this is accounting is based on 2 points: one, general ledger, and double transaction base, which makes complete accounting or balancing is now. So in every transaction what we create in the system, it will be part of one of the general ledger. Now I show you how can we create general ledger in this software. We go to the master, there is the GL master option. There are already this general ledger has been created. We can create as well, and when we go to the create new, this type of head, as I mentioned, there are four types of general ledger: asset, liability, expense, and income. So we can select anyone, whichever want to create, can give manual, can give number based on what particular society is following, and whether it will be the parent or sub general ledger. It is creating head or it is creating under one of the already created head, then it will come the sub. And we can give the name as per your society norms. Once this we do, so this GL general ledger has been created. Here we can see this already we have created so many general ledger. There are so many, this liability and asset, then expense and income. And this is the code and this is the explanation GL head name. So once we create general ledger, now we need to make how we can make transaction or entry in this general ledger? It comes through, in this particular SNS accounting, we go and create the voucher. Voucher is nothing but we are creating a transaction. So once we create voucher or transaction, it will belong to the GL, one particular general ledger. This voucher number, we can give the date and what is this type, how payment is making, what is the head type. Head is always four types: asset, liability, expense, income. And then what is the head name, sub name under that, and then give amount and narration just to what is the purpose of this transaction. Once we create this, then this particular transaction will belong to whatever we selected here, head type and head name, to that general ledger. So in this way, we create transactions entries in various general ledgers. And also I told you this accounting is also based on the double transactions. If is there any credit, then corresponding debit will be in other ledger, or if is there any debit, then corresponding credit will be there in the other ledger. So now voucher has been created. Now we want to see entries in the general ledger. Here earlier we have seen general ledger has been created. Now I show you what are entries in different general ledger. We go to the accounting and general ledger. So branch ID, a particular GL code, let's say we see compulsory deposit, and so see, we can see these are the transactions in general ledger 1002 named compulsory deposit, and these are the transactions entries we can say in this particular general ledger. We can see other as well. Let's say this one hai. Then now let's say security deposit. There are no entries as of now in this. So now let's go back to CS. Yeah. These are entries under the CS ordinary member, and 100 is the 001 is GL code. This one. So this is the way entries or transaction has been created in the GL. Now if I show you, this is the compulsory deposit. So I show you, now I'm showing how this double transaction is here. Compulsory deposit, let me check over here. See here, Mr. Vikas, 15 days. This is compulsory deposit, 2000 debit, and now we'll see the compulsory deposit credit. Mr. Vikas. This is in different ledger, that is called cash. This is compulsory deposit, comes liability, and this is cash at hand. It's a different ledger. So as I mentioned, this accounting is based on double transaction, and here this is the way it works. Mr. Vikas, here in one ledger it is credit, in cash at hand it is debit, and in the other ledger it has been credit. So this is the way accounting works in SNS system. So now at last let me summarize. SNS accounting is based on general ledger and double transaction. There are four types of general ledger: liability, asset, income, expense. We create the ledger and then create the voucher, which is transaction attached to particular general ledger. And that's the way we keep creating the transaction and maintaining the balances of transaction through the double transaction base. Thank you. For more information regarding cooperative society software, please visit cooperative-society-software.com. For more information about SNS system, please visit www.snssystem.com. Thank you. Thank you very much.